on the practice field. Harry, are the 49ers, I wanted to give you this number. On ESPN Bet, the Niners have the third shortest odds of any team in the NFC to win the conference. It's the Eagles, then the Lions, then the Niners. Harry, do you consider San Francisco a legit Super Bowl contender?
I do not. I want to know if Christian McCaffrey can stay healthy for a full season. Brandon Ayuk is coming off an injury. They lost key players on the defensive side of the ball. I understand you got Robert Saleh back as your defensive coordinator. And oh, by the way, D. Wood, did they forget that the best team in the NFC West is the Los Angeles Rams? All these people talk about the schedule of the San Francisco 49ers and how easy it is. Well, the San Francisco 49ers, they play 4 games versus, playoff teams of 2024.
Right.
The Rams play 5. And the Rams have a run game, they have a pass game, they have Sean McVay, they have Matthew Stafford, they have that ferocious defensive line. I like the Rams, and the Rams will be the #1 seed in the NFC when it's all said and done.
Holy smoke, write that one down in late July.
No doubt.
You buying it, Rams or the Niners in the NFC West?
Rams. When you look at the Rams, there's a lot of things I like about the Rams. Number one, I love the quarterback, Matthew Stafford. I love their run game, the offensive line. They probably got the best young defensive front in football.
So not San Francisco?
No, for me, it's the Los Angeles Rams.
Talk to me, Kmart. The 49ers, they got banged up beyond belief last year.
Yeah, and I think when you look at the 49ers, you're looking at Brock Purdy. Can he carry the team? I'm a big Brock Purdy fan, but injuries are always an issue. Trent Williams being there, you think, okay, he's one of the best in the league, but how long will he be here? Can he kind of hold up? And then Jennings, that situation, you've got the other receiver.
Ricky Pearsall?
Yeah, Pearsall. You've got so many injuries at the wide receiver position, and then they lost Debo, who at one point was the heart and soul of their offense. Everything kind of flowed through him. So I think this will be a down year.
The time of transition for the 49ers, we will see. Again, it jumps off the page. ESPN Bet gives them the third shortest odds of any team in the NFC. Let's go to Cleveland. Shedeur Sanders participating in his first training camp for the Browns. Kmart, who should be their starting quarterback week 1?
Oh, it's easy. The guy that got off the couch a couple years ago, Joe Flacco. I've said this before, but have you seen their schedule? They start with Cincinnati, at Baltimore, Green Bay, and then at Detroit. I think this is a situation where Shedeur Sanders, the ceiling is high, but between the fact that they have Dylan Gabriel, Shedeur, and they have Kenny Pickett, there's just not enough reps to go around for any of the young guys to get enough work where you feel comfortable that they can lead this offense.
Quarterback room has 4 notable names in it. That competition is a notably crowded one. Yesterday, their coach Kevin Stefanski talking about a timeline for making a decision on the starting quarterback.
I have a plan that's in pencil, and we have to take in information every single day, take in how guys are handling certain situations, and then adjust from there. Ultimately, we'd love to make a decision sooner than later.
Look, I'm going to die on this hill, and maybe I'll wind up being wrong. Shedeur Sanders was the most underdrafted player that I've ever seen, and not in the 5 years I've been hosting the draft, but as long as I've been paying attention to it, which is about 40 years now or more. And the bottom line of it is that people were projecting this guy at one time to go top 5. He wound up going in the 5th round. I know that he's a 5th-round pick, which means that he won't get all the reps and all the practice and all that, maybe not have a chance to earn the starting job by week 1. But if he is what every evaluator I spoke to and heard from says he is, then I think he does all the things that a rookie quarterback needs to do to be ready to start. So whether it's week 1 or it's week 4 or it's week 7, I believe we see Shedeur on the field early this year.
Are there enough reps to go around, Greeny, for him to get not just the classroom work, but also the on-field work with the starters to be ready to grasp this Kevin Stefanski offense so that when they break the huddle, they have confidence like he can lead us. He's got the talent, but you don't just throw him out there because the ceiling is high.
2 things that jumped out to me for Kevin when Kevin Stefanski was talking about. He said first thing, it's in pencil. Okay, that's number 1.
That's right.
And then number 2, he was talking about how guys handle certain situations. Joe Flacco's 40. He's seen every situation. To me, that's talking to the young guys. If the young guys show you in training camp, like this is not too big for them, then that's where the pencil comes in and you're like, okay, change your plans.
This is just one person's opinion, and granted, they should ignore it because what do I know? But in my opinion, if they don't find a way for Shedeur Sanders to get enough reps to at least have a chance to show you what he can or can't do, then that's a mistake. You're not winning a championship with Joe Flacco at any point as your quarterback in Cleveland, and Shedeur Sanders either is or isn't going to be their future.
We're talking about Shedeur Sanders, as we should, but keep in mind they have a young quarterback who was drafted 2 rounds ahead of him.
And Dylan
Gabriel.
Right.
So it's not just we got to get Shedeur Sanders reps. It's also they have 2 young kids that they really should. You want to see them on the field and know that they can handle certain
Well, here's the
situations.
thing. More of the story, you have 2 first-round draft picks in 2026.
Right.
And it will be organizational malpractice if you do not play these guys and see what they can provide to your football
You
team.
don't have to play in week 1. That's all I'm saying.
No, I agree with that.
It doesn't have to be week 1, but it should be sooner rather than later. Meanwhile, in their division, they will deal with the Steelers, who arrived in training camp yesterday. All of their new acquisitions moving into the dorms, along with TJ Watt, fresh off signing his new contract. Mike Tomlin and the general manager Omar Khan, both optimistic about the offseason moves this team has made.
I'm excited about the talent that we've acquired, and now it's about getting about the business of Redick and them individually and collectively for this season.
Our goal is to win a Super Bowl, so we're building this team to win a Super Bowl this year. That's our goal.
So this is the most un-Steeler-like Steeler offseason that I can ever remember, because while the world may not consider them Super Bowl contenders, Omar Khan, right there, the general manager, not only saying that they consider themselves that, but Brooke Pryor, our Steelers reporter who is live with us from Latrobe, they acted that way. This is a team that had the kind of offseason that speaks to going for it now, which is not the way the Steelers have traditionally gone about their business. Talk to us about that.
No, Greeny, you're right. It certainly is not the way the Steelers have gone about their business. And Patrick Queen said yesterday that he woke up to a text at one point in the offseason that said, wow, with a pair of eyeball emojis, and he thought he got traded because he had just been so surprised all offseason by all the moves this organization has made. And he admitted, yeah, it's tough to lose a guy like Mika Fitzpatrick, but sometimes bringing in great talent comes at a great cost. But at this point, the pros outweigh the cons. Another player that is really excited about all these changes, TJ Watt, that $108 million guaranteed man. He said he likes the aggressiveness of this front office because he personally is leaving no stone unturned and trying to win a Super Bowl, because he knows there's a different allure with guys who have won a Super Bowl and guys who haven't. And he is tired of hearing TJ Watt never won a playoff game in his career. Not only does he want to change that, but he wants to win a Super Bowl. So you can tell there is a different buzz around here, not only with the players, but also with Mike Tomlin, who, let me tell you, that man is fired up to have Jalen Ramsey in the building. He likes his versatility. He was asked, what position is Jalen Ramsey going to play? Where is he going to start? And Tomlin said, I don't care where he starts, but he's going to start. All 3 of those corners will be on the field all the time.
And look at the first 2 names on the bottom of the screen there under Brooke's face, Harry. She was talking. Aaron Rodgers, we've talked so much about it. The DK Metcalf move was made so long ago, it feels like I was in high school. You can't overlook the significance of this. Aaron Rodgers to DK Metcalf, what could that look like if it goes well, Harry?
It could be very dynamic, and it goes back to the days where Arthur Smith was an offensive coordinator for the Tennessee Titans, and you had Ryan Tannehill, and I know Aaron Rodgers